Yeah, welcome back. This is Raymundo De Mysterio, another episode. Okay, this is your host tonight from the midnight interview with Raymundo De Mysterio. I know it's been a long time already, but listen to this. We have with the insider again. How are you, compadre? Pretty good, man. Like I said, I'm glad to be back here again, and we'll be talking about Space Force and also the coronavirus. And how I got interested in that, how it began for me, and also the coronavirus, the origins of the coronavirus. So, please finish. And we are being hammered by YouTube, and it's ridiculous what they're trying to do. Now the government is after us, and now YouTube is messing up with view counts, likes, sharing options, and also the comments are being removed. The same thing going on with the insider's account, Oblivion9 the Unaware. So, but anyway, let's focus to this subject because it's very interesting what's going on right now. In the US, about almost 200,000 dead, and we're gonna put all the pieces together, and let's get the insider going right now. All right, come on. All right, thank you. It's like I said, it's always good to be back here, and sorry it's been a while because I with my work, and plus I'm moving. So let's talk about the Space Force first, and then we'll get into the coronavirus, because everything is not what it seems. So getting back to the Space Force, when I was a kid, it was at night around I think 7:30 p.m. back in the day. At 7:30, it's basically dark already. So I remembered clearly that I was walking, and they have some type of lights that are like, all these poles are like straight up, but it's kind of like when it gets to the top, it kind of like bends down in the inside, facing the road, and all of their colors are like it's like orange for some reason. It's supposed to be yellow, but it's like orange during the night, so it's making everything like reddish orange. So I remember I was walking straight down to these lights, going to my good friend Jonathan, and when I got to his house, the front door, because they have the storm door, so the main door is actually open, and I heard some arguments, but before that I heard like a phone ring. It only rang, I think, 1.5, and then I heard some arguments, and both of them went inside the bedroom. I think the mom and the father of my friend. Where's my friend? I don't know. He's probably watching TV while he was sitting on the floor. Black and white TV. Okay, continue. Come on. It's very interesting right now. So, okay. So I went inside because, I knocked a couple times, but nobody really heard me. Maybe because the TV's loud, and the husband and wife was like, talking loud inside their bedroom. So I went inside after I knocked the storm door to get inside. It wasn't locked or anything, so I went in there and I saw on the table that there's this folder, and it said top secret, with I don't know, it's like a government logo. It's like a round thing, and then there's this red color. It feels like it's been stamped on it, like in front of the circle, and it said top secret. And there's this one page that was sticking out. The color of the paper, obviously it's white. It's just a normal paper. I guess we still use them now. It's like band paper, the white. We use them for printing. So anyway, let's get back to this. I opened it up because I was curious. At the same time, I was scared because I was a kid and I didn't want to get yelled at. And this was back in the 80s. But I guess they've been working on this since the 40s, maybe 1949. I wasn't paying attention to the dates, but I saw the 1987 on there. And when I open it, they have all this, I don't know, some type of weaponry, like a machine, objects. And I'm not talking about like small ones. I'm talking about like large ones. And we saw the other time from from my video on my channel about the plasma laser, the PL-13, the one that was also posted at the third phase of moon, and also the blue guns that I was describing from another video, and also on this channel we broadcasted, I think, several months ago, the one that downed that boomerang ship, that he recovered all the body except for one. So it was on there because one page, it wasn't enough for me. I'm curious, I'm a kid. I love superhero comic books. And then I kept turning the page, and I actually saw this aircraft, and it said G8, G8FC. Maybe it stands for right now 8th generation fighter craft. And it's similar looking to the one I posted. I think that was last year or sometime last year. And but it's kind of like hard to view because I don't have the paperwork now because that was a very long time ago. And the one I posted on my channel, I forgot the name of that episode, but it should be on there. It's identical, but if we don't have the proper photograph or video of this thing, we can't really compare to what I saw from a long time ago. So they have that, and also they have this thing. It's similar looking to what they have on the space station, but this one, it's more like a elongated machine type like station. And the problem with this is not, I don't know, I think they can hook this thing up on the space station because it's more like for like scientific workshop, and also it's for like a fuel station, because they keep carrying all this this stuff because we've been mining the moon and bringing all this organism that they, I don't know, the experiment and stuff that they actually like recovered on the moon, especially all this metallic object. I guess there was a fight there, or I don't really know, because I really never got into like the moon. It's more like the Mars. But I read that the moon is hollow, and actually it's a huge like satellite disk in some sort. And also I heard that when the planet Nibiru, when you say a planet, it's not really like a planet, it's more like a Death Star, and it has all these moons, and for some reason I called them the satellite moon. And this one, it got so close that to our planet, and it dragged itself, I guess, or maybe the magnetic pull dragged it close to us in a way that it broke off from its position with the Nibiru's satellite moons. This is why they usually tell you this thing is hollow, and the object is actually like metallic. It's like if you've seen the movie Battlestar Galactica. It's kind of like that. You got this mothership and all these little ships comes out from the sides, and if you really look at it, it's kind of like similar to it, because as you can see, there's like a lot of ships that are actually there. This is one of the reasons why we actually went to the moon. And the problem here is strange, because you don't really hear about anything about the moon, and it feels like there's like nobody there. But at the same time, we're actually working with all this, I'm not really gonna call them aliens, because they look like human being. And I don't understand that the Nazi, Germany, back in the day, like 1940s, they actually got a hold of a bunch of technologies that made them go up to the moon. And they actually made some, like comedy movies about them, because, it feels like nobody really takes the Germans serious. But if you really look at them like deep enough, these people are like very intelligent, just like the guy that builds the rockets. This guy is like very famous and started working for the United States government. And then they have like the portal generator that actually we acquired now, but it's top secret, so you don't want to hear it. And then you got that magnetic reversal terraforming machine, and then you got the blue guns, you got the PL-13, like the plasma electronic discharge firing sequence machines, and then you got some reverse engineering, like down pyrocraft, and then all the F-22s in Florida that basically disappeared. They actually disappeared for reasons, because they actually started like putting some 7th generation what do you call this, equipments inside the fighter jet. So the F-22 is like well known to be the number one plane in the planet. So imagine putting something there futuristic that's not even out right now. That's why this aircraft became like experimental. And at the same time, they have the technology to cloak the plane. That means the plane actually disappears from the radar, and you when you see it, it actually disappears from the sky. Not like you can invade the radar and you don't like see anything in there. No, this one is like the next level. Actually, I just hear like a news today that they came out with another plane already. It's supposed to be like 5-10 years later down the road, but they actually replacing the F-35 and F-32. So I'm wondering if this is the plane now that I'm talking about, experimental plane. They call it like the prototype X-35, because it has like a similar look, but no, it's not. It's an F-22 extended. They actually changed the format of the jet fighter craft. They actually bent the wingspan towards its body, so it's not wide anymore, and extended it. So it's more like it's looking like it looks like a freaking some type of bird. Back in the day, the ancient people usually called them like the bird, because they don't have the word for it. But when you look at their drawings, their description, it looks like a freaking like a fighter jet. Like, what's going on? This does not look like a freaking bird, Like, fast forward 3,000 years later, you'd see them in the sky. And so getting back to what I was saying, all these planes from Florida disappeared for that purpose, that reason, doing some experiment for new technology. And I don't know, there's something about that, but I'm not gonna get into that, because I read little things about them, so I'm not familiar with that. But let's go back to what I found out on that folder. So there's, I think, 12 pages of paperwork in that folder that had the top secret Space Force program. So you have all these weapons, and at the same time, third phase of the moon, and That's Impossible, or the Impossible channel, actually captured or posted the video on their site too. You can actually like see this thing, because a lot of filmmaker or documentary professionals, or just random amateur people start like filming the moon, because sometimes you get really interested in looking at it if you stay on it for some time, and they start seeing this thing. It's like elongated object that's basically going down. You can see it like going down from the moon, and I know it's fascinating when you start seeing this thing. It's like that the blimp from New York, because there's a game going on. Everybody's like, stop their cars in the freeway, or let's just say in the highway, and it's dangerous, yes, just to see this thing, because people are hungry for the truth, So eventually, like I told everyone on my channel, that in 2020 we're gonna start seeing all this crazy stuff. And as you can see, in the beginning of the year, and also late last year, we started seeing all these crazy things. And I already told everybody this 2 years ago, that it's gonna happen, because Trump, in some way, the president of the United States, he just can't keep his mouth shut. And a few days ago, he actually started telling this guy that, in the interview over the phone, that we got some weapons that nobody heard about it before. See, that's the point. And get all this security clearance. You give all this security clearance to his family members, so that when you go see people from, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and other parts of the country, they can actually tell them, hey, this is what we got. You stay friends with us, because if not, when things break, then we'll come after you. So you pick which one. You want to go with the Russians, the Chinese, or with us? In reality, no one can actually compete with the United States. No one. Not money. Well, there's China, but no. Not technology. Not the unknowns, because we have those capability and means to destroy a country within half an hour. I'm not talking about just small country. I'm talking about as large as China and Russia. Half an hour, the whole thing is gone. And we're not talking about nukes, we're talking about something else. And also in that folder, we have the Rod of God. So we got the PL-13, the plasma electric laser fire from the District 13. That's why they name it the 13. So we have the blue guns that basically help destroy the that boomerang ships. All right. And also we have that elongated metallic object that actually transport. It's like a cargo transport vehicle, and people think like it's some type of worm, or like, dude, why would you think that, And then it's like, why would you think that, It's like this metallic elongated object. People call it like some type of worm or something. Like, dude, no. So we got that, and then we got the Rod of God, the one that actually hit Lebanon shores, along with the China shores, if you guys remember that. And it destroyed the whole place. It's actually the same exact thing that happened. But when you really look at the video, something from the sky actually came down and blew it up. And people are thinking it was a nuclear bomb or something, or some chemicals, but no, it wasn't. They destroyed it for a reason. Same thing with what happened to China, because there's something there that they were building, and when the US don't like it, here we go, boom. And so tell me about this fighter craft, because I'm very interested with it, and I will be going to your YouTube channel later, and I will check that thing out, because it's fascinating. So I don't know if this is gonna come out very soon, because the sky is full of all these wonderful things that it's unheard of. Please continue. Oh yeah, so this fighter craft that I was talking about, it's actually in my one video, I was actually taking the time to videotape the whole sky, and with my phone. I'm zooming in my phone, and what I do in the computer is, when I get into the computer, I put the file in there, and I actually try to zoom on there more, and that's basically what happened. That's when I started seeing it, and this thing is like all the way up there, so it's hard to capture and get the correct details of the aircraft, because it's all the way up there, like I said, and I'm only using a phone. I'm not using a camera that actually can zoom in all the way up there. And if I use my camera to do that, then maybe we could have better look of the whole situation. But But this thing, one click of that photograph, like per second, the next frame after another frame, you can see that this thing just jumped from one location to another. So this thing is like very fast, and it maneuvers like freaking crazy. And you have to see this video because I explained to it. And this thing is chasing UFOs, like saucer shapes and bunch of other craft. And you can actually see like an identified flying object was hanging there, and then there's an opening from the bottom, and something came out of it. So I don't really know what's going on because there's a lot of things like going on at once. And so you got this plane moving around chasing another UFO. So I'm not sure if they're trying to shoot it down, or... And then this firecraft seems to have like a portal generator. It's like they fired this thing up, and then they just transport itself to another location. Or sometimes they open up like a wormhole, and they go inside, and then I guess this thing opens up, and they come out from the other side. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the entire thing, but I did read some paperwork about it, and it's fascinating because I don't know, like I said, it's like you've seen this thing on TV, like in the movies, not in the real life. And when you start reading things like this, it feels like it's so advanced that your brain can't penetrate the entire thing. And it's just wild, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just wild. So you got the new planes, the 8th generation plane that I captured on the video, that I read the file. It wasn't that folder. You got the PL-13 from the district, space of the kite. It's like where the location is. That's where it's located. So you got the plane, you got that, and then you got the rod of God. That's another thing. And then you got this vehicle that transports stuff. It's like a cargo, elongated, spacecraft. You got that, and then this XB, that little space shuttle that's supposed to be going up there and disappearing for like many months, almost like a year. So you got that, and then you got the blue guns that helped killed all those, the blue aliens from the boomerang ship. And also, I don't know, there's more to it. It's just weird. I mean, I was a kid, I was just curious, so I opened a few pages, and that's basically what I saw. And there's more to it, but I never got there. I mean, I never got to open the rest of them because, I don't want to get yelled at, because the couple, the mom and dad of my friend was basically, arguing about something. So I don't know if she's arguing to him about, I don't know if she was arguing about he's leaving again or something, and I don't know, but that's basically what I heard after I stood up. After I was looking at the folder, I stood up and went towards the bedroom, and I stood there for a second, and that's what I heard. And then after that, I went to the living room where my friend watching the black and white TV. It was like one of those things like you answer the question and you make money. I forgot what it's called. It's been a while. And besides that, I said hello, and it seems to be okay. And I don't know. That's what I remembered about Space Force. So that was back in, you know, the 1980s, and I don't know, but on that page it said 1987. So I'm not sure if they were launching. I'm not sure if they're launching some space technology in the sky. I don't really know, but that's basically what was on the paperwork and a bunch of things. And I wish that I have opened all the paperworks, but I didn't do that because, you know, it's private place. This is government top secret stuff, and I don't want to get in trouble, because if they saw me that I opened a thing, and then maybe this guy, my friend's father, would have taken me to, you know, to the facility where he works and told him, like, hey, this guy saw everything. Then they're gonna let me go, or am I going to be like that person that you would never see the light again? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but everything's good, I guess. That was a long time ago. So it's like, what, 20 plus years ago? Yep. And I guess that's it. Then we will talk about the coronavirus, but let's have some lunch first. Because that's another story, a long one. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we will be continuing this with the insider. That was great information, and dang, I'm super excited. So we have all this futuristic classified top secret mechanism, and the insider is basically giving us the information that we thought never existed. So great job to the insider, and also to all my listeners. We are broadcasting while we are basically moving, because we are still under investigation, and it's never good. Yeah, we are back. This is Raymundo De Mysterio. That was the private CIA. So we have some more encounter story in the future. So we will come back to this. Alright.